Hey y'all, what's up? We back with another live video. Y'all, I have missed going live so much. So we are back. I'm about to go ahead and start the Instagram live. Oh my God, my dog's, his thing is in the background, but it's okay. Hey guys, as y'all come in, add your first name and where you're from in the comment section. Let me go live over here. Hey everybody over here as well. Hello, we're on Instagram and YouTube at the same time. We're going live. So as you guys are just now joining on, put your first name, where you're from, something about your business, or just something about you in the comment section so we can get to know you guys. Or get to know you guys. Get to know each other. Okay? It feels like I'm talking to myself when nobody is commenting, so comment back, okay? So today, y'all, we're talking about really like active faith over stagnant planning. And this is a place that I have been stuck in for 4 minutes. Okay. Hey Christy. Hello. Hey y'all, what's up? That guy from Texas. Hello. Hey Maya. Thanks y'all for commenting. I be knowing I'm not alone. Y'all be commenting. Hey Brianna. Hey you guys. So yeah, we're talking about active faith over stagnant planning. And this is something, like I said, I've been stuck for a while. Hey Alyssa. And I just want to come and talk about it with you guys really quick and just kind of go over some things. We got the Bible ready, okay? We got the Bible right here. So I got some verses. I like some verses that I love that I wanted to read to you guys. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, as you guys are popping in, be sure you put your first name, where you're from, or something about you or your business, whatever you want to put in the comment section. Hello. So okay, I just want to know first and foremost. Hey Mariella, hey Chandra, hey Amaya. I want to know first and foremost, like, where do you feel like you have either been stuck within your business, stuck within a decision, where you feel like you have been like stagnant, okay? Like indecision has like plagued you. Where do you feel like that's an area that you have had in your life, or have you felt that recently? Because I sure have. Recently, you guys, an update is my assistant got sick and had to actually like move away from her job for a while. And so that was just like a crushing blow after I was already like super burnt out and stuff like that. And I'm happy she's okay. However, it was a lot to deal with. Okay. And then our video editor at the same time literally had eye surgery. And so it was just so much. Like I literally was teamless for a while, really still am. And in the process of interviewing video editors. So if you guys are wondering where the videos have been, that's why. That's what happened. Okay. But anyway, so yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, I'm good. Today has been a really good day. I was really, really productive. I ate really bad today though, so that's one thing. Hey Julie. Hey Mel. Hello, y'all. So yeah, what's one decision you feel like you've been like stagnant in within life, within business, wherever that's been? Mariella, you said perfectionism jacks me up when it comes to my YouTube channel, especially. Yes, me too. Overthinking is huge. Is absolutely huge. Oh yes. Starting my social media management business and graduating high school. Yes, love that. Christy said not stagnant with content, but stagnant in that no one is reading my blog or buying products. Okay. Where do you feel like you have been stagnant though? So you're saying like in terms of growth and things like that, you feel like you've been stagnant. But where do you feel like or you feel like the certain thing has been stagnant? Where do you feel like you as a business owner, as a person has been stagnant, or is there a certain decision you need to really like jump into? Cause really you guys, over the last few, I would say it was probably like a month. Like I'm in the process of moving, which I'm really excited about. I'm in the process of just so many different life changes. There's a lot going on. I get to go see my little babies over in Zambia soon. I'm really excited about that. You guys know I serve with a ministry that I love. And so that's where I am going soon. I'm excited about that. But anyway, there's just a lot going on. So yes. And so I feel like I got super overwhelmed, super just like overthinking everything. It's like you know what to do, you're just not doing it. And that's like the worst feeling to me. So it's like when you know, it's not even like you don't know what to do. Like you know what you need to be doing. You're just literally not showing up and not doing it. And so that was really where I was, and which is why I'm asking you guys the question of where do you feel like right now within your life, within your business, you feel like you're stuck. So yeah, I definitely can be. There's a such thing as being a planner, and there's a such thing as being an over planner. And I became in that season kind of like an over planner as well. Just like comparison kind of plague stuff. It was just a lot. Okay. Amaya, you said stagnant and creating. Yes. That guy from Texas said I've been stagnant with marketing and promotion. Okay, now my next question is, why do you feel like you guys have been stagnant? Like, what do you feel like has been causing the stagnation? Is that a word? We're gonna say it is today. But what do you feel like has been causing you to stay stagnant? Let me see. Stagnation and wanting to know if I should move back um to make them or not, but I'm still praying about it. Plus stagnant about if my guy friend is God's will for me or not. We're both praying for each other. Ooh, okay. Y'all better pray. Yes. I love that. Let me see. Yes, Amaya. Alyssa, you said my struggle is moving. That's a whole. We gonna do a whole live video about this. Okay, we gonna do a whole lesson in the coaching program about this. Okay. You said my struggle is moving when I don't have clear direction. Recovering perfectionist. LOL. I'm moving though. Thank God for your program. Oh, you're the best. I'm so glad you're working with us. It's amazing. Alyssa, I want to tackle something that you just talked about too. And you said my struggle is moving when I don't have clear direction. Okay, like so much talk. I'm actually gonna come back. Let me see what everybody else is saying, but we're gonna come back to that comment. We're gonna jump into that. Oh, y'all, yes, y'all better comment. Come on, if you are not commenting, join the conversation. Okay. Oh, you said you're praying for each other, not each other. No, you're fine. Not believing in myself. Why don't you feel like you're believing in yourself? What do you feel like is in the way of you feeling like you don't believe in yourself? Like, what is causing you to feel like that? What situation has happened to make you feel like that? Yeah. Knowing what to do, but not knowing where to start. That's a whole word too. Y'all better preach through the comment section, okay? Stagnant in my fitness business. No one has been coming to my class. Okay, CC, what have you been doing in terms of, because a lot of times we like to be like, oh, but nobody's doing this or nobody's showing up. But it's like, what are you doing? And like, are your efforts like proven to bring people to the class, or are you just kind of trying it out? So that's my question for you. Overthinking and heading for burnout. I just feel like taking a 6-month break. Y'all, we have so much to talk about today. I thought this was gonna be a quick live video, but maybe not. Yes, stagnation is a word. Thank you. Primarily due to lack of funding since my company is a startup. Yes, Andrea, please pray for my request as well. Yes, I will definitely pray. We can pray at the end. Okay, so let's go back up. So Alyssa, something that you said up here, you said my struggle is moving when I don't have clear direction. Most of the time, and I want you to correct me as I'm wrong, or correct me if you're like, oh, that's not quite it, not, whatever. And that's for everybody else. But as you guys are listening to everything that we're talking about, as we go through the stuff we're going to talk about today, like comment in the comment section. And like, if that resonates with you, do a heart, do a yes, do an amen, do a something, okay? To let us know that whoever the comment is about is not alone. And also that is something that you resonate with too. So Alyssa, you said that my struggle is moving when I don't have clear direction. Here's the thing that a lot of times is the issue. A lot of times it's not that you don't have the clear direction. A lot of time it's the fact that and I'm not saying you, Alyssa, I'm saying just in general. A lot of times is that I'll say it like that. A lot of times is that we overall are afraid of something bigger. So it's like, it's not that it's not clear direction, because we have that clear direction. However, or we may have the direction to go, but sometimes it's just like fear, or it's procrastination, or that's just a way of having that thing where like, oh, but I can't move because I don't know where I'm supposed to go. It's like, no. And like you said, I'm moving though. That's the important part. So I remember one time TD Jake said to his son, that's something that I remember from a long time ago. He was like, well, Dad, like, what if I do this? Like, what? I'm just going to make up something. I can't remember exactly what the thing was. But like, what if I, go the music route when God wanted me to go the teaching route? I can't remember what it was. And TD Jakes said, he said, well, son, either way, whatever you decide will still lead you to where God is trying to take you. God will allow that, like, will use that to put you still in the right direction. So I feel like a lot of times we feel like we're not taking action because we're going to be wrong, or not taking action because we're going to be further delayed, instead of just taking action, instead of just moving in general. So Alyssa, first and foremost, you are moving. Like, you're in our program. That is a huge step. You have moved. You have jumped. Now it's just there's some mindset gunk that I sense in what you're saying, which is why I wanted to talk about this. And like you said, recovering perfectionist. That's the thing. I want you guys, and every single one of you guys, whether you're a client or not, I want you guys moving. Okay, Alyssa, you do have that clear direction. You're just not tapping into that because you're allowing possibly that perfectionism to get in the way and cloud your judgment, or to cloud the actual path you're trying to go down. You have that clear judgment. You have that clear path. And so usually when it comes to that, like I said, literally like you said, perfectionism, overthinking, over planning, over consuming other people's content, and you not actually doing anything yourself or taking action yourself. That's one of those things where it's very important that we're not just staying stagnant in that, you guys. Okay. Something else I wanted to talk about too. CC, you talked about being stagnant in your fitness business. You said no one is coming to my class. What actions are you taking to get people to come to your class is my question. Because, and I'm just going to say this because I don't know the answer yet, but a lot of times we can be like, oh, but nobody's doing this, or this isn't happening, or whatever. But it's like, what's the action that we're taking instead of us trying to put it off on like other people in terms of that? Like, what can we do to be sure we're doing that? Yes, Alyssa, you're like, definitely a mindset. I hear you. Yes, we're going to let's jump into some mindset too within the program, okay, too. Because Alyssa, you're in the program, so we can definitely tackle some mindset. Mindset is one of my most favorite topics to talk about, just simply because I know how important it can be and how it can throw stuff off so much. So yeah, this is simply just the fact that, ooh, Anastasia, I like your picture. This is simply just the fact that like you said, you're a recovering perfectionist. So that's all that is. And we can pray on that after this too. But that's something that is like, it's okay. That's just simply a mindset thing. That does not mean anything about you. That doesn't mean that you're actually stuck. No, a lot of times it's just something that may be stuck in our minds that we can't pass through, and we can't actually see past that because we're so stuck in like tunnel vision when we can't just see the answers literally right over here. So instead of focusing on moving and perfectionism, focus on just moving and allowing God to focus on the next step and allow God to give you the next step as you take those steps. You don't need the whole pathway. For me, God knows me very well, okay? He will give me the very next step, because if Andrea knew the entire freaking, the whole thing, I would be running, okay? Running towards it, which is great. However, maybe I would forget to actually be like, hey, God, I need you along the way. So at the end of the day, it really depends on you. I feel like my boyfriend has been given what he is going to be doing in life. Me, I have not. I feel like it is step by step, moment by moment. In terms of that, God will either give you the overall vision, but not the path on how to get there, or will give you the very next step and not the whole thing. And not, you know what I mean? Not like your life thing over here, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm definitely the path by path gal. And I know why, because of my personality, and that's fine. So allow God to give you that very next step, and don't feel like you have to have it all figured out before you take that next step and before you get into motion. Okay. Yes, come on. We have a whole bunch of YouTube pro clients up in here. Hello, Denise. Hello, Anastasia. Hello, Alyssa. Hey y'all, what's up? So yeah, definitely mindset. It is mindset. Take Alyssa, what's the very next step you can take to get you to where you're trying to go? Is my question. What's the only, I just need one step that you're going to take. One step. And then we're going to keep you accountable for it. All right. Let me see. Yes, y'all's comments are really popping today. Let me see. Hey, Denise. Okay, yo. Okay. Okay, CC, you said it's still new, but I do my best with marketing as far as with flyers, and I posted clips before, but I feel like that there is something I'm missing or something I should be doing. That is a great listen. Here's the thing. Kudos to you for recognizing that it's there's something I'm missing. There may be a strategy that I'm missing, or recognizing the fact that listen, I am trying to do this. At least you're trying. At least you're taking that next step. But sometimes there is a next step that you need is strategy. Is in terms of like, what do I need to be doing? What is that next step? That's where a coach can actually help you to come alongside of you. So my question for you, CC, is what else are you doing outside of, really you said within your marketing, however you said flyers and posted clips before. Are you on YouTube? So that's my first question. Are you on like IGTV? Like where are you online in order to really market towards your class? Like what other things do you do within your marketing, and like are you on YouTube? Because if you don't know, let me tell you, I'm gonna pitch you some YouTube, girl, because YouTube is definitely the place to be. Especially if you're really serious about growing a business. Okay. Um, what else? Let me see. Anastasia, you said, I feel like we try to accomplish everything. Let me see. On our goal/to-do list without taking smaller bites. You're so right. Taking a small action is moving forward. Stagnation is moving backwards. Exactly. Just take the very next step. Doesn't have to be as complicated as we like to make it. What's the next best step you can do? What's the next best action you can do to actually push you towards the goal that you have? The very next step. Don't worry about feeling like you have to know the 10 steps before that before you can move. What's the next step you can take? And then there comes a point where you've gone as far as you can possibly go with the knowledge that you have yourself, and you need somebody to come alongside you to help you. That's where I was. So that was something I want to talk to you guys about too as well. Let me see. Yes, I have to work on my mindset too, girl. Yes, mindset is huge, okay? Mindset is huge. Yes, I will definitely pray for you, Julie. My next step, Alyssa, you said my next step is to start going live. Yes, I can't wait to see it. Is you going live? I think it's a matter of just walking into what I know, not thinking too hard about it. Let's talk about that, because I feel like so many times we feel like we have to come in here and we have to show up as just like overly like we are the expert. We know it all, do it all, be it all, whatever. And it's like no. First and foremost, no, you don't. And second, that's okay. Like walk in what you know. Like Alyssa, you are the expert at what you do, whether you realize it or not. And I'm saying that in terms of because you have your experience. Don't feel like you have to and I use this example all the time. For example, I lost both of my parents when I was 13 years old. My mom literally the day before my 14th birthday. So do I know what it's like to lose two parents really within the span of 3 months? Yes. Do I know the heartache, the pain, everything else that came with that? Yes. Am I an expert on guilt or loss or things like that? It depends on how you look at the word expert. You see what I'm saying? Because do I know all the different stages of grief and what they mean, and the psychology and the neurology and the brain stuff that goes along with it? No. But do I have the experience of what that looks like? And can I help somebody else who has gone through the exact same thing I've gone through? Yes. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not showing up and being like, well, I am a triple board of certified board thing, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I want you guys to show up in what you know, the experiences that you bring to the table. Not feeling like you have to overcompensate, not feeling like you have to like go and do all this extra stuff in order to prove that you know what the heck you're talking about. Alyssa, you know what the heck you're talking about. I know you do. I've seen what you do. You know what you're talking about. And every single other person in here knows what you're talking about. Hey, simply because like you know it. You've done it. You've experienced it. These are things that like that's huge. So I just want to encourage you in that, Alyssa, and everybody else here watching this. And if this resonates with you, put an amen, put a yes, put a this is me, something in the chat section so that we can know. But yeah, so don't feel like you have to show up as this like all-knowing like thing. It's like, no, what do you know about your topic? What do you know about your situation? What do you know about the experiences you have in your life? And how can you help somebody else who's going through that through your business? That is really as simple as that. People to people, person to person. Okay. So do I know everything about grief? No. But can I help somebody who has lost one parent or two parents? Yeah, I can, just simply because of my story. So it's like, that's just one of those things I want you guys to consider as well. Let me see. Hey. Yes. I'm so glad you hopped on here too. Yes, Julie, we will let you know when there's another live, of course. Be sure you are, you are subscribed to stuff like that so you get notified whenever there's a new live. Hey, Mirilata, I think I said your name right. Hey. Let me see. There was some more stuff in here that I wanted to tackle too. I haven't even gotten to my 3 points yet because y'all's comments are just so amazing, which I like it that way anyway. So Alyssa, I'm excited for you to start going live. I'm ready to see it. Okay. You let me know when the first one is and I will hype you up. Okay. Let me see. What else did y'all say over here? So okay, something else, Cece, that you said in terms of you're like, okay, with my marketing, I did flyers, I did clips, I did this, I did that. Like I said, there comes to a point within your business that you're like, I know as I can go as far as I can go with the knowledge that I know right now. And that's like a kind of a humbling experience to be like, yo, I need help. But I'm saying this simply because that was me. And whenever I decided to make my first 5-figure freaking investment in a coach, it was game changing and honestly life and business changing. Okay. So that's just something I want you guys to consider is it, are you at a point where you're like, I can only keep going with the knowledge that I know I need help. I need help. And if you do, and you're looking to actually grow your business and actually get new clients and leads on a consistent basis using the power of YouTube, then YouTube Pro is actually open right now. So you can definitely come over and join us in there, or you can apply to join us over in there. The link is here, right here on the screen, in case that is you, CCU, or anybody else up in here who's like, we need to get it together with our marketing. Yes. He said, A, tuning up the church organs, preach. Hey, what's up? What's up? Let me see. CC, you said I've started my channel, but I haven't fully utilized it. Also, I think my issue is not wanting to post so much because I don't want to get on people's nerves. We about to talk about this. I'll post my flyer and then get off. Okay. So I used this example, I think 2 days ago. And okay, for example, if I tell y'all that I'm sick and like say I have a cold or something, and I'm like I got a bad cold and I'm like, oh my God, ugh, like, and it's just like disgusting, but I need help. Wouldn't you, if you were like next to me and you had the solution to my problem, wouldn't you offer that to me? Like, wouldn't that be a natural response for you? Because you care for me, I care for you, I would do the same thing for you. If that was me, I would offer the thing that could help you to you. That doesn't mean it would be free, but I would offer to you, like, just like if you're at CVS and the pharmacist is like, actually, you should try this. That's them serving, that's them helping. Okay. So in terms of getting on people's nerves, if you are in the mindset of serving over trying to like pitch and over trying to sell and over trying to all this other things, that's really where the bread and butter is. Okay. Because if you had something that could help me, but yet you held that for me, you're actually doing a disservice to me and to yourself. You see what I'm saying? And so it's the same thing in terms of this. Like, if you don't want to post that much, my question is really like, why? Are you afraid of what people are going to think or say? And then if you are, who are you afraid of? Like, who do you not want to be like looked down upon by, if that makes sense? So that's my question for you, CC, and everybody else. If you struggle with this, who is it in your life that you're like, maybe you can just say a family member. You don't have to call the first and last name. But who is it in your life that has made you feel like that? Or who is it that is on your YouTube channel that may be watching your channel that you're like, oh my God, they're going to feel like I'm doing too much, blah, blah, blah. When realistically, nobody has even seen it. You posted it and you got off. So I didn't even have time to engage with you about how I can get involved because you posted it and ran off. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend, okay? Yes, Alyssa, no pressure. No pressure ever. Let me see. Okay, the practical beautician, you said I have a channel as well that I've just been sitting on. Okay. Oop, we're gonna talk about that. I don't know if I have time. Okay. We'll talk about that too. As a hairdresser, oh my God, something in my eye. As a hairdresser 9 to 5, I also want to release a palette. Oh my God, my eye. But I don't know where to go or where, oh my God, where to go to find, or like pretty much like a fund, or a chemist for the formula. Got you. Okay. So first and foremost, we're going to tackle the first thing. The fact that you have a channel and you're sitting on it. At that point, why? 2 is, do you have the time? It's more so the question of, let's flip the question, and do you want to have the time is my question. That's what I'm going to ask you. And then you want to release a palette, but you're like, okay, what do I do? What's the next step, etc. The very next step is for you to first and foremost start to build an audience. Who the heck are you going to sell this palette to if you do not have an audience? Like who gonna buy that? Because nobody knows it's there. Doesn't mean it could be the most amazing palette in the world, eyes popping, okay? But if nobody knows who you are or what you're doing, or nobody's in your audience, who are you going to pitch that to whenever that product comes? So your first step, so you said I don't know where to go, or like what your step would be. Your first step is to start building your audience and use the channel that you're sitting on. Then as you're building your audience, you start to create your palette. Do the very next step. What's the next step you can do? Like either you work with a coach to figure out, how do I release a palette, or try to Google it to see, like, have you Googled it? What's the process for that? Like, are there like manufacturers that can help you? Like there's tons of things, but a lot of times it's like, we like, as humans, I'm not gonna say we, because none of us here like this, but they sometimes like to stay stuck. Okay. Like, don't allow your fears to then manifest in terms of like, but I don't know the next step. Okay, so like, we didn't know how to walk when we busted up out of the womb either, but we all walking now. Like that don't mean nothing. That has nothing to do with anything. That doesn't mean anything. You see what I'm saying? So like, just because you don't know how to do it right now does not mean that you can't learn. Okay? Just because you don't know how to create your palette or come up with that palette right now doesn't mean you can't learn. Doesn't mean you cannot figure it out. I really live by the motto of everything is figure outable. Okay. That does not mean it may be by yourself. Like sometimes, and like for me, I needed a coach. I needed somebody to help me that had been there before me, that knows where the heck they went and what their path was and their proven process. So then I can just step in their footsteps rather than trying to come up with the whole ladder myself. That didn't even make any sense, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Let me see. Star, you said I have 2 channels and I find the slow growth on my channels to be very discouraging. I get that. Let me see. I also end up privating a lot of my videos. I post because I know it's not the best content, or if they will do well. You have to let them do well first. Okay. Don't stop the growth before you even know if it is going to do well, is my first thing. And then my second thing too is, it's okay to private videos. I have crusty videos on my channel that I still have up there that are unlisted because it's just like, it just doesn't fit with my brand and I don't want them up there. So that's okay. But it depends on your method for doing that. Like if you're private, if you put out 10 videos and then private 8 of them, then we need to either relook at your strategy because something's off and you're actually just wasting your time. Or we need to actually overcome some mindset junk that may be in the way that is like stopping you from feeling like you can actually release what you have and actually be good with that. Like, are you afraid of somebody seeing that? Are you afraid of somebody being like, oh my God, what is she doing? You? Like, what are you afraid of? If that's why you're privating your videos, is my question for you. The practical beautician. Yes, just the very next step. Okay. You need to start building your audience. You need to start building your community. And then that way you'll have someone to pitch to. Yeah, yay. You said, I just told my little brother what you were saying last night. Yes. Hope it was good. What else? Let me see. There was some other stuff too. What else? Here's a point that I want to talk to you guys about is, as Christians, sometimes, okay, just go ahead and grab your castor oil right now. Okay, I'm just going to warn you now. Sometimes we like to use the Bible as a crutch. We like to use our faith as a crutch. And that's why I got the Bible pulled up right now, because I have a verse that I'm going to read you guys. Because it's like one of my favorite passages in the Bible overall, because we like to hear, some Christians like to just be like, oh, well, let's just pray about it. And it's just gonna come. And it's like, what? No, what? No. Like, here's the thing. Think of Noah. Okay. Think of our dude, Noah. All right. He was tasked to go build the freaking ark. Did God come down and build the ark for him? No. Did he provide the instruction to build the ark? Yes. Okay. There was actions that he had to take in order to fulfill what God had told him to do. God did not come down and build that thing for him. Okay. God is not going to come down and build your business for you. God is not going to come down and do your YouTube channel for you, okay? Will he give you the guidance if you pray for it? Absolutely. Will he send you the coach that you need in order to actually make it a success and make it what you want it to be for your business? Yes, okay? So that's just something I wanted to talk about because I see so many people like allowing, just being like, well, we're just gonna let this happen. We're just gonna wish and hope for it. And then one day it's gonna pop up at our door. It's like people who are like, say there's women who are single, right? And they're like, oh my God, I want to find a husband. I want to find a husband. I want to find a husband. And I'm saying this because one, this was me. Two, this has been some of my friends. I want to find a husband. I want to find a husband. Yet you don't go out. You sit there, you pray about it, and you don't go anywhere. Like you're not. So you want your husband to come busting through your window? No. Like what? No. Like there's some steps you need to take, and I'm not saying you have to know the whole mountain or the whole like vision, but as long as you know the very next step to take, that's all you have to do. Yes, faith without works is dead. And so let me read you guys something. It's actually in James, and it says, so you see faith, wait, is this, yeah, okay, this is the same thing, but okay, this is in James 2, this is really verse 14 through 26, okay, I got it all highlighted different places, but one thing that I like a lot, it says, James 2:18 says, now someone may argue, some people have faith, others have good deeds. But I say, how can you show me your faith if you don't have good deeds? I will show you my faith by my good deeds. And so it's something that it's like, yes, it's great to have faith, but faith alone doesn't, like, that's not the thing. There's work you have to put in. There may be a coach you need to work with. And speaking of that, you guys, there was a moment within my business. I was like, I know as much as I can only go as far as like I've gone to the end. Like I've hit a brick wall here, and I can only go so much further with the knowledge that I have. I need help. I need someone that has already laid the path down, and all I have to do is just put my foot in their footprints as I'm walking through the process. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but they have a proven process for me to follow. That's the extremely important part that I want to emphasize. So I was terrified whenever it came to actually investing in my first like my 5-figure investment, you guys. My very first five-figure investment. I was absolutely terrified. And you guys, when I say I prayed so hard, Lord, is this the next step you want me to take? And again, the next step. I was not wondering all that stuff. I wasn't doing, no. Because one thing about me is if I set my mind to something, I'm going to do it. All right. If it doesn't happen, it's because my mind either wasn't set to it or it was out of alignment with what God wanted for me and I ran after it anyway. Okay. But usually the first one. Okay. And so that's what I wanted to say is like, so instead of me being like, well, what if this doesn't work? It's like, no. What if I actually show up and actually do the work? Like, God, if you have said, yes, this is the program for you, then there's no more wondering I have to do if I'm going to do the work because I know myself and I know I'm going to show up like I know I need to show up. Okay. So that's just something because I know some people are like, well, what if it doesn't work? No. If it's a proven process, it will work. What if you don't do the work is a question you need to be asking. And are you willing to show up how you need to show up in order to get the results? Mic drop. Just drop this whole mic. But anyway, the end of the story is I actually decided to invest with a coach. Best decision ever within my business and honestly in life. Biggest investment I've ever made in my life. Okay. And yeah, it was like the best decision I've made. It opened so many doors. I met so many new business friends. I now work with so many clients simply because of that. Yes. And then also God confirmed that decision I made literally like 2 months later. Like there was funding for the program that came up that God actually provided. That's how I knew. I was like, it's bigger than just this. Yes, this was the next step I needed to take. And this was his confirmation letting me know that was true. Okay. And so then that doesn't mean that the work is over. That meant like, I need to go and implement everything that this coach is talking about. Like I need to go implement it and see if it works and not just try it one time, but like work the whole process. So anyway, I'm in a ranting mood, okay? And I thought this was going to be short. You said 17 years, I'm sure people will love the tips and knowledge you obtained over the years. Absolutely, Anastasia, yes. Like, yes, do you see the support you have, girl? Do you see the support? Like, absolutely. Let me see. The practical beautician, you said, I do men's hair mostly now. I don't know if barbering would go over so well. I also don't think I want to be doing it much longer. I've been doing hair for 17 years now. Got that. Let me see. That girl, Nakia, let me know if I pronounced your name right. Let me know. You said, I have started a clothing brand. How do I get ready to launch and get prepared? I have faith it's going to work. That's perfect. But I still worry and I don't like that I do that. Can you help with advice? Yes, I can. I got you. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to start okay. Let me start over. I have started a clothing brand. How do I get ready to launch and get prepared? That's something that you have your clothing brand, I would do your research. Figure out like, how did other people who do the same thing get ready to launch as well? What did that look like? And so really, like, the reason I can't give you a very specific answer is because really that answer is something that, like, if you were to work with us within the program, we have a whole process for how to launch and how to get prepared and how to really, like, actually make the sales that you want to make. But that's within our program. And I'll be doing a disservice if I try to give you the whole answer here when it's like a 4-hour training or something. You see what I'm saying? So I would say the first step is to research how are other people doing it and what's most effective. You said, I have faith it's going to work, but I still worry. Okay, I know you didn't ask advice on that part, Nakia. But I was close. Okay, cool. But so I know you didn't ask advice on that part. You said, I have faith it's going to work, but I still worry. So my question is, why are you still worrying about that? Like, why are you still worrying in terms of that? If you have faith, then, you know what I mean? Like, where's the disconnect? Like, what's the gap between, like, what's causing you to still worry? Is it because you don't have a process to follow to actually get you to where you're trying to go? Or is it because you don't believe in yourself? You feel like you've done all this work and it's not going to work? Like, what is the thing why don't you feel like that? And then I can give you better advice on that too. So yeah. Let me see. You said you're awesome, boo. Sometimes you just need to hear it. That you're soon, to be peers are in your corner or would support you. Absolutely. Like, you have that support. You do. Like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, your first step is to create an audience. That is your first thing. You have to be able to sell to somebody. Okay. And then, of course, you learn how to sell. And that's something that we teach within our program. So if you're interested, feel free to DM me over here on Instagram. Let me put my Instagram up. Where is my thing? Where's my thing? Let me see. Is this the... There's my Instagram. So yeah, feel free to DM us over on Instagram if you want to know more information. Or of course, just go ahead and apply. Just go ahead and apply for the program. You seem like you would be a bomb fit. We can go from there. Let me see. I just want to say, I'm not someone planning to start a YouTube channel anytime soon. Oh, okay. YouTube channel anytime soon. Faith-focused content crossed with career goals is my niche. Love that. Thanks for saying all of this. All the rants. Yay, I'm glad this was helpful. You're so welcome, Maddie. I love that. Let me see. Why aren't you wanting to start a YouTube channel anytime soon? You know what you want your niche to be. If you want it to be, like, if you want that to be, then what are you, like, what are you waiting for, Maddie? I would love to know. Tell us. Let us in. What are you waiting for? What's in the way of you just starting now? What else? I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything, y'all. I'm gonna see. What else? So yeah, my question is, like, where have you been delaying action within your business and you're kind of masking that as, oh, but I just don't know how to do it. Oh, but I'm afraid. Oh, this is going to be hard. Here's the thing. This is what I say all the time, okay? You're going to have to pick your hard. It's going to be hard. Whatever you choose is going to be hard. Whatever business model you choose is still going to be hard. Something is going to be hard. Whether you decide to sit stagnant or whether you decide to actually move and make progress, both of them going to be hard. But for me, staying stagnant is the hardest one. That's why it's like, I've told you guys this before. I'm like, listen, I have fired myself as a business owner and rehired myself once I got myself together, okay? And so, because running a business can be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be actually very simple. But does that mean that it's always easy? No, absolutely not. No. And don't let these internet entrepreneurs fool you, okay? It's a lot. There's a lot that goes into this thing. And just because it's hard does not mean that it's worth it. Does not mean that that's actually going to work. Okay. You have to be willing to push past those hard moments. It's going to be okay. You can do this. You can do this. Okay. Don't forget like your why. Don't forget the fact that God is the one that breathed into your business. Like he's the one that gave you the business idea, whether you realize it or not. Yes. Yes, you said worry can come from being in new unfamiliar spaces, be encouraged that actually can be fun. Yeah, like a surprise gift. Absolutely. Yes. Unfamiliar spaces. Like we get worried about that. We're like, "Oh my God, what is this? I don't know." But the thing is that that's okay. That does not mean that it's like something that you can't conquer. You know what I mean? I have to remind myself of that. I'm like, if I'm like journeying into a new venture, I'm doing a new like launch strategy, or if I'm doing something, working with a new coach, whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, but I'm like, Andrea, you got through it before and it was just as hard, you know? And there's other things like personally in your life that you've overcome and you didn't even have a choice whether or not it was going to happen to you that you overcame. If you can overcome some of the hard things that have happened to you in your life, you can overcome this next step. You really, really can. So I really want you guys to choose your heart and choose the right heart, because you don't want to look back and be mad because you decided to stay still in a moment where you're like, yo, if I would have just kept going, I would have been way further, you know? So just throwing that out. Yes, do it afraid. Gotta push through. Yes, Alyssa, push through. It's going to be worth it. It's not going to be easy at all. It's not. Eventually it may be, but that's not our like prerequisite for doing it, you know? That's for everybody. That is not our prerequisite for doing something. Is it going to be easy? No, that is not our thing. Like, it may be hard, but we're going to challenge that. We're going to do it anyway. So, don't even matter. Yes. Okay, you said I'm currently trying to get all my equipment before I start anything. Why? Why are you wanting to get your equipment before you start? Is my question. What do you already have, and what can you use right now in order to make that happen? If you need to film on your phone, or you need to just go live on your phone, and then those are YouTube videos until you have an editing software, then do that. But I just think so many times we use, oh, but I'm waiting for this. Oh, but I can't do it until this. That's just a freaking excuse. That's just an excuse. That's just another reason that you allow yourself to be okay with you procrastinating longer. That's literally all that is. And I'm not saying that is what it is for you, that guy from Texas, but I'm saying in general, for a lot of us, that can be what it is. But like, oh, I just can't do this. And it's like, no, you're afraid that if you actually gave it 100% and it still didn't work, you would be like, yo, what the heck? Like, no, show up and give it 100%, and whatever happens, happens. And it means nothing about you. That means nothing about your business. That means you tried it didn't work. Now on to the next thing. And that's okay. But if you think about it, the other side of that is like, what if I go all in here? What if I do this and it's freaking bomb and it works? What if that? Like, a lot of times we think of the other side. It's like, oh, but what if I do this and it doesn't work? But what if you do this and it does, and it changes your entire life, your entire family dynamic, your entire like legacy? Okay. What if it changes everything for you? So do it afraid. Do the hard things, you guys. Take the action. Don't just sit there and pray about it. Yes, pray about it. Listen, and then move. If you move in the wrong direction, then so freaking be it. Like, God will be like, yo, wrong direction, whip it back around. And you're like, oh, okay. And you go in the other direction. Like, that literally happens to me. And so it's okay. You don't have to know every single thing you need to do, every single next step. Like, don't allow that to be your crutch, okay? Don't let our faith be our freaking crutch. That's not what it's designed for. This Bible is supposed to be the thing that encourages you to move in action. We got people out here. We got impacts to be made, you guys. So the excuses that we're making are a huge disservice to the people that we should be serving within our businesses, okay? Yes, Shakayla, you said, yes, guilty of this. I hope I said your name right. I don't think I did. I'm sorry. Shayla. Help me. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying your name right. You said, yes, guilty of this. It's okay. It's okay. At least you recognize that. That's the first step. That's okay. You said, I mean, my office equipment and design equipment. Got it. Can you film in your car? I told you I'm coming for y'all today. I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. So don't be mad at me. You said the practical beautician, you said that's something. What is your first name? You said that's something I struggle with too. Is that Is what I'm doing aligned with God's will in my life? We're about to talk about this. Is it glorifying Him? Am I an overthinker? Or you said I'm an overthinker. I wear myself out. Yeah. Not, oh, sorry. No. Not yes on your overthinking, wear yourself out. Not that part. I'm simply saying I feel you, and I've been where you're talking about. I've been where you are. Okay. You said, is what I'm doing aligning with God's will in my life? Here's the thing. Our purpose is to love God and love people. Okay? That is what we're supposed to be doing. How we do that is that's all types of things. We're supposed to be bringing heaven down to earth. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? So, and all you have to do is just simply pray about it. Like, I don't know, but like God be giving me some big old red flags, whether or not I take heed to them or not, okay, which is my own stuff, my own issues. But like, if I'm going in the wrong direction, God will literally be like, yo, Andrea, wrong direction, flip it around. Okay. And it's my decision to listen. Obviously, we have free will. I mean, it's my best interest to listen, but doesn't mean it always happens. Okay. Like, being real. So, hey, friend. So yeah, like, am I doing oh my God, is what I'm doing aligning with God's will in my life? Here's the thing. You do not have to be behind a pulpit in order to be doing what God's will is for your life. God's will for your life could be that you create a bomb palette that has a verse on the back, or you create a bomb palette that whenever you're talking about it on your YouTube channel, you're sharing God's goodness. That could be that could be a part of it. There is a hair care brand that I love and I use all the time. It's called Myelo Organics, and the business owner is a Christian, literally. And so that's huge. That doesn't mean she's has to stand behind a pulpit to have the impact. You see what I'm saying? But her products, every single time I see them, I think of her. I think of the impact that she's having. And so that's huge. So is what you're doing aligning with the will that is what you're doing aligning with God's will for your life? You have to try it to see sometimes. You have to take the next step. He will let you know. And if it doesn't, whatever the next step is will still lead you to where you're trying to go. Most likely. I'm not saying if you out here doing all types of stuff. I'm not saying that. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. In general, from what we're talking about, it can still be the next stepping stone for you. That does not mean you have to have it all figured out right now in order for that to align with God's will for your life. See what I'm saying? And are you an overthinker? Possibly. Because I am sometimes. I'm not going to claim that. Lord, no, I don't receive that. But I used to be, in the name of Jesus, as of a few minutes ago, right? So yeah, is it glorifying Him? It can. But you have to allow Him, allow that to happen. Don't sit in stagnation and be like, well, is this gonna bring Him glory? Well, are you it could, it's not like you're out here selling Satan shoes. Would that bring it? That's still, God can get glory from anything. So first and foremost, I ain't even gonna get into that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Anyway, yes. Yay, I'm glad this was helpful, you guys. Yes. Anastasia, you said, I love that. You can definitely put the verse small and slightly transparent on the inside of the palette where the mirror is. Absolutely. And even in your content, you can be literally talking about God's goodness, how you created this, how you built your palette, who gave you the idea for the palette, you guys. These ideas that we have to understand that God may have given that to us. You see what I'm saying? And if it's a bomb idea, then we already know we ain't come up with it by ourselves. If it's not for God's breath in our lungs, then we wouldn't be able to have the ability to do any of this anyway. So therefore, can it give glory to God? Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? So just right now, I am not a pastor. I'm not someone who is literally behind the pulpit, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need that. Love that. Listen to pastors all the time. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in terms of, I want you guys to not overthink it where you don't take any action at all. How about you first see if this palette can give glory to God? And honestly, the only way it wouldn't be able to is if you didn't give Him the credit in terms of actually being able to it coming from an idea that you had from Him. You see what I'm saying? And since you are a Christian, naturally that's going to happen. So, yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Berthuli, I think is her name. He said it's hard for me to love people who hate me. At the end of the day, Jesus was hated by a lot of people. And so if we follow his example, we have to learn forgiveness and we have to just learn to keep it pushing. Like, especially online. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people who absolutely love you and who absolutely hate you. And the people who absolutely hate you, if they decide to speak out on that hate, block and move on. That's it. That's it. That's all. Block them. Period. Okay. Oh my goodness. I need you to DM me after this. Okay. I'll be waiting for your DM over in my Instagram DMs. Okay. All right. Because we need to talk. We need to talk more. You said, my testimony is crazy. I'm a cancer survivor as well. I was diagnosed at 27 years old and I need to share my hope with others. Oh my goodness. You are literally phenomenal, first and freaking foremost. And second, just like you said, your story alone can literally like take the shackles off of people who are stuck right now. And you being afraid of showing up is not allowing them that true freedom they can experience if you decided to speak out. You see what I'm saying? And that's for every person. Because we all have crazy stories, you guys. We all have these amazing stories that can help loosen the chains off of somebody else. They are literally they've heard it maybe before, but they may need to hear it from you, okay? There may be a certain way that you say it, a certain way that you do it, a certain way that you show up that helps them realize, yo, I can do this too, okay? So it's not just about that. Think about the people that are waiting on your obedience, okay? If you can't do it for yourself, if you can't create this palette for yourself, if you cannot start doing this YouTube channel for yourself, do it for us, okay? Because we need to hear your story. And this is for every single person listening to the sound of my voice right now, okay? So yes, we need to be talking more. Okay. The practical beautician, I'll be waiting for your DM over on Instagram. Can't wait to talk to you. Cause that's amazing. Like that alone, that story right there, like, will that bring God glory is a question I want you to ask yourself. Will that bring God glory? Is telling your story. Like, absolutely. Like, I can't even get out the whole sentence without saying absolutely. Like 100%. Okay. So just don't overthink it, you guys. You can do it. Like, if you've never done it before, that doesn't mean you can't do it. That's like saying, if that was the case, like if that was literally the case, you guys, if we had the prerequisite of like, oh, but I've never done it before, there'd be no new iPhone. There would never have been a TV. We wouldn't have all types of stuff. Like literally all types of stuff that we have are new things, are things that people thought of and was like, but that hasn't been done before. But they figured out, well, how the heck can we make it happen? So in case you're ever like, well, I just don't know how to do it. I didn't know how to write a book, but I figured it out. Whenever I started a YouTube channel, I didn't know what I was doing. Like I didn't. But I allowed it to just be like, well, we gonna figure it out, you know? I didn't know what I was doing when I first started my business, to be completely honest with you guys. I was just like, I know that I have a lot to say. I have a lot to bring. Let's do this. And that's why I hired a business coach. So it's like, that's just something that you want to look at. If you don't know what to do with your marketing, hire someone that knows marketing. Hire someone that knows sales. Like I said, if you guys are interested, this program is open. This one right there. Okay. Teaches you sales, teaches you marketing, teaches you how to get people in the door for your business, how to build an overall an audience for your business. Okay. That's what this program teaches you right here. Right. Well, right. Anastasia's comments in the way right there. So if you're interested, doors are open. You can definitely come over and join us. But you have to apply in order to join us. However, all accepted applicants will actually get a private training and exclusive training from us, really walking you through what it looks like to work with us, what the program is, etc. So yeah, that's something that you guys are interested in. I am awaiting your applications. All right. So yeah, let me see. Yes, Marcel, you're like, amen, amen. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Your comment is big. My bad. You said, oh, yes, that's so true. We're all miraculous in our own right. Yes. We all have to lift each other up, and I will DM you. Yes. I'm so excited, girl. I'm ready to see it. Yes. God bless you. Absolutely. Y'all, like, your stories are powerful. Stop overthinking it and start sharing it more. Okay. There's going to be people who don't want to hear your story, but you're not making your story. You're not telling your story for them. That's okay. Block them if you need to. Let's move on. We're not gonna bask in that, you guys. Like, think about, if you can't do it for yourself, show it for the people who need you. Show it for the people who literally are sitting there like, yo, I can't do this, or I don't know what I'm doing, or I can't beat this, or I can't overcome this. Show it for those people. They're waiting for you They're waiting for you, especially within your business. A lot of people, because you guys may not be being seen within your business, they're having to go work with someone else. The practical beautician, they're having to go buy somebody else's crusty makeup palette because yours is not out yet, because they don't know how to find you. Not even that yours isn't out yet. Even if it was out and you're not marketing yourself, they're like, yo, I really want a palette that does this, and say your palette did that, but they didn't even know you existed. So that's what I'm saying, building an audience. That's what I'm saying, learn how to market yourself, learn how to sell, learn how to serve. That's like where sales comes from, is serving. Is seeing the problem that someone else has. If I was sick, you guys would offer me the medicine that you know would help me. Same thing within your businesses. Like, don't overthink it, okay? Woo! Okay, you guys. All the comments, I hope I didn't miss anything. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This has been super good. Super good. I prayed before this and I was like, God, help this be transformational. So I really hope it has been. This has been a lot of fun chatting with you guys. We're going to be doing a lot more live videos soon. So yeah, anyway, you guys, again, like I said, if you're interested in YouTube Pro, it's a program right here down below at AndreaDenise.com/YouTube Pro is how you apply to the program. It literally teaches you how to get consistent leads and clients for your business, how to get in front of a new audience. So you're not wearing out your old one and you're like, yo, how do I get people in my class? How do I get people to buy my product? How do I get people to enroll in my service or enroll in my program? This is how you do it, okay? This is the key. That is the key. You can only go so far with the information that you know by yourself. It may be time to step in and be like, yo, listen, I need help. I need a coach, okay? So I'm inviting you guys to apply. And if you do nothing else, at least do yourself a favor to go look at the application page and see if it resonates with you. If it does, then I do invite you to apply for the program, okay? So anyway, you guys, this has been amazing. Yes, absolutely. You said I have learned to hire people who are well-versed in things that I'm not, like photography. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to do it all yourself either. Absolutely. Yay, Alyssa, I'm so glad this was good. I'm going to save this. I may even stick it within the, within y'all's portals within the program. Yay. Thanks so much. I just jumped on YouTube and seen your live. I'll be subscribing, going to check out your program. Yes, absolutely. Would love to see it. I will be looking for your application. Okay. I'll be looking for your application. But yes, so super glad you're here. Super, super glad. Yeah, subscribe and join the family, girl. So yeah, y'all, we will be going live again tomorrow. And then next week, I'm going to plan some more lives just because I love talking to you guys. And so that's what we're going to do. So if you have any, let me know what topics y'all want me to cover. What mindset gunk y'all need to get over? What things within your business you have questions about? DM me over on Instagram. My Instagram is right up here. Then if you're on Instagram over here, you know what my Instagram is. But my Instagram is @it's Andrea Denise. So if you have anything you want me to talk about next week, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. All that stuff. Do I do consultation other than YouTube and social media? No, I do not. This is the only way you can work with us is within this program right here at AndreaDenise.com/YouTube Pro. Alrighty, y'all. So this has been bomb. Let me know what your biggest takeaway has been. Come over on YouTube or come over on Instagram. DM me what has been your biggest takeaway from this video, from this live video. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all. Bye.